You know that colorful plastic brick you've almost definitely stepped on at some point in your life? Well, it's way more than just a painful surprise for your feet. It's actually the foundation of a global empire, and it holds this fascinating story about creativity, innovation, and the simple, awesome power of play. So let's dive in.
So, what is the secret, right? How did this one seemingly simple little brick become one of the most iconic and beloved toys on the entire planet? Well, the answer is this brilliant mix of history, some truly ingenious design, and, believe it or not, a surprisingly deep philosophy.
Okay, so it all starts with a simple yet pretty profound idea. The magic of Lego isn't just in the plastic itself, but in the infinite worlds that those little bricks unlock.
And this, right here, is the crucial point. It's one of the few toys that truly lets you take an abstract idea from your mind and turn it into a real physical creation you can actually hold. You get to be the engineer, the architect, the storyteller of your very own miniature universe.
But to really understand how we got here, we've got to travel back in time. Because this story doesn't start with colorful plastic. Nope, it starts with wood, in a small carpenter's workshop way over in Denmark.
And this is the founder, Ole Kirk Christiansen. Back in 1932, he was not dreaming of some global toy empire. Not at all. He was simply a carpenter, carefully crafting wooden toys for the kids in his village.
So, for nearly 2 decades, wood was the name of the game. But then, in 1949, everything changed. The companies saw the massive potential in a revolutionary new material, plastic, and they started experimenting with the very first interlocking bricks. It was, without a doubt, a pivotal moment. So why the big shift? Well, plastic wasn't just a different material. For this particular idea, it was a profoundly better one. It allowed for a way more precise and reliable connection, it was incredibly durable, and it just opened up this whole new world of brilliant, vibrant colors. It was a game changer.
And that precise connection? Well, that's everything. This brings us right to the true genius at the heart of Lego's success, the design of the brick itself.
You know, it all comes down to this. 2 simple features working in perfect harmony. You've got the studs on top and the hollow tubes underneath. It sounds so basic, right? But the engineering behind it is just astonishingly precise.
Okay, let's break that down. So the studs on top, those are the connection points. But the real magic happens with the tubes underneath. They're engineered to grip those studs with just the right amount of force, what Lego actually calls clutch power. The result is a connection that's totally firm enough to build with, but still easy enough to take apart.
And it's really hard to overstate just how critical that design is. Without that perfect clutch power, the entire system would just fail. All your creations would simply crumble. Think about it. The stability of every single massive Lego model you've ever seen comes down to this one elegant solution.
And the person we really have to thank for perfecting this whole system is Ole's son, Godt Kirk Christiansen. He had a much bigger vision. He saw Lego not just as a box of bricks, but as a complete system of play, where every single piece, made in any year, would be compatible with all the others. And that vision is why a brick from the 1960s can still connect perfectly to one made today. How cool is that?
But here's the thing. This incredible design was always in service of a deeper philosophy. You see, Lego was never just about making money. From the very beginning, it was about the purpose and the value of play itself.
In fact, the company's name, Lego, literally comes from the Danish phrase "leg godt," which means play well. So Ole Kirk Christiansen basically embedded the company's entire mission right into its name. The goal was always to create something that wasn't just fun, but was also deeply enriching.
And that whole play well philosophy, it translates into real developmental benefits. So while kids think they're just having a blast, they're actually building these crucial skills: logical thinking, problem solving, patience, and that incredible sense of accomplishment you get when you finally finish a build.
So when you put it all together, the humble history, the genius design, the guiding philosophy, what you get is this enduring legacy that has lasted for generations.
I mean, for over 80 years, these little bricks have been firing up imaginations all over the world. The appeal is totally timeless because the core concept, giving people the tools to build their own ideas, that never gets old. It just taps into a fundamental human desire to create.
And really, that's the ultimate takeaway here. Each one of those tiny bricks isn't just a piece of plastic. It's a seed of potential. It's a building block for an infinite number of creations that are just waiting to be born.
So, the story of Lego isn't just about the company's past, it's about the future.
And it all comes back to you and your own imagination. The system is in your hands. So the only question left is, what will you build?